Got the roots, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it G. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
We live from the boxing section, you dusty ass niggas. What's going on? What's going on, man? We live from the boxing section, man. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, man, we back again with another one, with the other one. Same soup, reheated. Man. And so, I don't know what's up with my... A branch officer, like, he just left.
Got the roots, he let the beats build, bitch.
Oh, let me put this link in the chat, dude. All right, the link is in the chat. All right. So, next week is going down, man. I think it ain't looking too pretty. But next month is going down in a major way because I'll be in Toledo, Ohio for sure. This time I'm going for sure. Like, no doubt about it. I'm most definitely going to Toledo, Ohio this time. November 11th, I'll be down there for Prince Albert Bell, Thomas Gunnerman Matisse is gonna be in the joint. Yeah, it's going down. So I'm very, very excited to get down there. I'm getting down there for sure. I'm going to the Midwest, and it's going down in a major way. So I'm excited. And then, you know, a couple days later, here comes Vegas. I'm gonna do a turnaround, literally a turnaround trip. We talking to the stadium and back to the airport. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna be doing. Cause Troy Isley's on that card, Clinton on that card, Shakur Stevens on that card, bro. Yeah, it's one of them ones. And so I definitely gotta go to that fight, bro. I'll be in the mix for sure. All right. So on the agenda for the day, I got good intel. Shout out to LDub Boxing that Raymond Ford will be fighting for a world title. And if you know anything about my relationship with his camp, you know it's second to none. So y'all already know what time it is with me in that camp. I'll most definitely be in the building because they will be on supposedly um, on a Devin Haney Regis Prograde card. So I'm looking forward to that more than anything. Um, so I'm very, very, very excited. Very, very excited about that. Um, let me check. Let me check what top rank. I mean, because I've been in the mix, but I haven't been like totally in the mix. Um, but I think it's a fight this weekend, bro. Like November gonna be a busy month for your boy. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be a busy one. Hmm. Here you go. Oh, I'm tripping. There you go to L Dubs fucking box. You go to L Dubs website. We go to L Dubs website and get all the information that we need. News and updates. Okay. Um, Let me go to these up and coming fights. Weekly boxing schedule. Okay. He got some fights, but they don't really pertain to us. Oh, it does. I knew it. Zoto Ramirez versus Joe Smith Jr. Got it. Who else is on this card, though? That's pretty much all I know. That should be good enough. Those two should be good enough. Those two on that card should be good enough. So um, I feel like Joe Smith might get him. But I wouldn't be surprised if Zoto beat him. But it's just you just don't know what Zoto you about to get because the way he fought Bivol, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know. And then Joe Smith was coming off a knockout loss. You're arguing the hardest puncher in the sport of boxing besides Deontay Wilder. And so it's it's one of the things, man, where it's like, okay, one's come off a bad performance, right? But I mean, really didn't get hurt, didn't get knocked out or anything like that. The other one got just torched, and both fighters lost to the best fighters in that division. So it's really going to be interesting to see how both fighters bounce back. It's going to be interesting to see how both fighters bounce back. It's going to be interesting to see how Zoto bounces back from that boxing clinic that was put on him. Also, we know that Joe Smith is not coming to fight like that, right? And also, we know that Zoto might not have as much power as Beterbiev, right? And we also know this is Joe Smith's. Well, both these guys first fight at cruiserweight, so you know we're gonna see who power carries and who power doesn't, and so that's gonna be on full display as it pertains to the boys getting it in. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on real quick.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm back. Out in this motherfucker. Never forget. Earl Spence got his ass whipped by Bud. Remember that. Some people still ain't been seen back on these internet streets. Feel me? But yeah, like Kyle was saying, man, this weekend we got some shit. We got Joe Smith Jr. versus Zerto. Now Zerto lost, actually got dominated to Bivol, but I feel like he didn't take a lot of damage. Joe Smith Jr. got mollywopped by Bitterbeef, but it was over pretty quickly. So, as far as years in the game and wear and tear on their body, Joe Smith been in some wars, but I think he hits harder than Zerto. Uh, Zerto doesn't have as much war torn body as Joe Smith. They're fighting at a catch weight. I don't know, man. Like, it's a decent fight, not a great fight, but it's alright. We'll make the best of it. Also, this weekend is Lee Wood and Josh Warrington. So that fight should be fireworks. I think it should be good until Lee Wood knocks Warrington out. But I think it should be a good fight up until that point. You know, little guys they be swinging a lot. You know, so there's always gonna be some action. Oh man. So let's see. Link is already dropped. And nobody on. I don't know what's going on. These motherfuckers. I don't know how Kyle just jump off when I jump on and shit, you know what I'm saying? Uh, where the gang at, man? After last night's festivities. My DJ. Uh, well, looks like a lot of dead space. I'm trying to keep it alive for Kyle to get back, but it's ain't my show. Can't just do it all, you know. Um, so far, man, we toward the end of the year, and I think 2023 has been one of the best years of boxing in the most recent years. You know, at least in the last 4, possibly 5. And PBC is leading the way with the best big fights. You know, as far as making the big fights happen. I mean, a lot of big fights happen this year. So we gotta give credit where credit is due. You know, they put together some good ass fights, some blockbuster shit. You know, some honestly, we got an all time legendary fight. I mean, any boxing fight that goes over 1 million, it's considered more or less like a legendary fight. Whether the two people competing were legendary fighters or maybe after the fight was over, it was like, that wasn't that. But Tank and Ryan selling 1.3. I mean, you gotta look at it as far as like the young bulls is putting on and the casuals are carrying the sport, bro. Like boxing will only go as far as the casuals take it. And I know that hurts a lot of purist feelings out there because we're real fans. You know what I'm saying? We looking at the undercards and shit and the up and comers and who's the prospects and have you heard of this guy? Have you heard of that guy? I like this guy. Ooh, why didn't this guy get a title shot? I get that. Like we in tune with the shit. We into the shit. We watching behind the scenes shit, training videos, sparring videos, media workouts, weigh-ins. That's not the average, boxing fan. I mean, well, it might be the average boxing fan, but this sport will only go as far as the casuals take it. That's all there is to it, whether you want to admit it or not. Because the casuals can't get involved, ain't nobody buying shit.
Well, look who it is, huh?
I've been on here, dog. I've been talking to myself
You
for
ain't been
this whole
shit.
time, dog.
You ain't
I was
been.
like,
I just
you was
got off.
calling me and I was already on the show.
Nigga, I just left your fucking. I left you a long ass voicemail calling you a piece of shit.
Nigga, you were calling me and I was already on the show.
Oh, okay.
Look at this man. I need to
Hey,
be a better
hey,
leader. You know, I'm gonna challenge
hey,
myself to
listen,
be a better leader
hey,
and a better
listen,
big homie.
hey, listen. Disregard that voicemail, then. You know
I
what I mean?
don't
Hey,
need it no
look,
more.
hey, look. Well, I said, now you done called me tomorrow, man. You don't never go live. I said, I go live. You don't even answer the phone. You piece of shit. All right. Hot take. Zerto. Joe Smith. Who you got? Why?
I just, I think it's a 50-50, man. Like, I had mentioned this earlier when you weren't on here, but it's just like Zerto got dominated by Bivol, but didn't take a lot of damage. You know, Joe Smith got mollywopped real quick by Bettervieve, and fight was over fast, but he got rocked. He got a shit rocked. But Joe Smith has more experience and hits harder, but he's been in more wars that have worn him down. Zerto, not as much, but I don't know if he can stay away from Joe Smith's power the whole time. I don't know. That's a close fight. It's a 50-50, but I'm probably going to lead towards Zerto. Just getting it done in a decision. I think Joe Smith is probably more toward the end of his career. He's been in some wars, man. I mean, think of how many years it's been since he knocked Bernard Hopkins out the fucking ring. That was years ago. And he's still fighting. Um, what you got on Wood and Warrington, Kyle? Oh yeah. Oh, for real? No way. That's how you see it going. That's crazy.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. I was on mute the whole time. I was on mute. I was talking hella shit. I said, the fight doesn't have that same zeal for me anymore. It don't have the same vigor. I don't get the same
Whoa, what'd you say?
vigor.
The fuck is that?
You know, like a feeling, excitement.
I've never heard that in my life. That's too
Yeah.
close, bro.
Yeah. Do your research. That's what the folks in Chicago say. Do your research. Do your homework. Like the folks in Chicago would say. Shout out to Killer. Do your homework. But anyway, yeah, man, with her getting back with her boyfriend, it's kind of pointless for him to win now. Right? You hear me?
You said what? You said with what?
With Clarissa Shields getting back with her boyfriend, it's kind of pointless for him to win now.
For who to win?
Remember, wasn't that the fight? Lee Woods? Oh no,
That's
I'm thinking about bro. I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking about, dude? I'm
mm.
thinking about fucking I'm thinking about fucking Bam Rodriguez.
Oh, man, Rodriguez.
What's the ugly nigga he fighting? The nigga like he look like Golem. Look like Schmiegel.
Um,
Who is Bam fighting? The nigga he fighting look like Schmiegel though.
yeah, I don't know.
Ugly nigga though.
I
You
don't know.
remember like he said like
You know
Clarissa
I don't
Shields
watch the
said,
little dudes, man.
yeah, but Clarissa Shields said if he beats him, she'll go out and date with him. But that's when she
Mm-hmm.
was single. Now it looks like they're back together again. So that doesn't look like it.
Oh, so he's not even fighting for nothing no more. He's saying.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, is it really still a thing?
It could be. It could be.
Hey,
I
let's go to
mean,
football. Huh?
I would just press the issue anyway. Like, bitch, I won. I don't care if you back with your nigga. You promised me a date.
You said what?
I said I would win the fight and just be like, nah, deal's a deal. I don't care if we got back with your nigga. You promised me a date.
Yeah, you promised me. Yeah, I don't see him beating. I don't see him beating Ban Rodriguez though.
Nah, I like Bam, man. I like that guy, man. He's a fun watch for the lighter weights. I mean, I got a couple people I picked up on in the most recent years in the lighter weights, but I still don't really. Other than Monster, man, I'm not really stopping what I'm doing to try to watch him.
Yeah, I don't even fuck him too.
Whoa, bro.
I still think that nigga juiced up. I don't give a fuck. That nigga juiced.
Nah,
That nigga juiced up, nigga. And I
man, just
stand
good
by that.
seeing your boy, man.
I stand on that shit, nigga.
I ain't gonna stand on some shit that's speculation.
Yeah. All right, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga. Man, Chicago Bears got their first win tonight, man. I know you don't like to watch collegiate football, but oh, shit. It was good to see them, man. It's good to see them do their thing. Hey, you know what, man? Hey, listen, we gotta acknowledge something, dude. Danny
What's up,
Garcia has the best merch, period, bro.
Mikey?
Danny Garcia got the best merch, bro.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on the gram and we'll chop it up about it. But dude, he's the best, man.
I don't know. I see some of his outfits be pretty questionable at times, man.
I said he
Kind
got
of
the
go
best merch. Best merch, brother.
merch.
Who we got? Who we got up in here?
Yeah.
Oh, Tony Tone. What's up, Tony?
Hey, what up, man? It's been a while. How are you?
Man,
Some big dog.
it's been too long, man.
Yeah, doing stuff with family, and I couldn't get on your channel. Apologize
Yeah, we
for
glad.
that, bro.
No, man. We glad you just.
Now
We
you
glad,
tell your
man.
family they're gonna have to wait, man. Come to the boxing section.
Listen, I haven't been super consistent. I've been consistent this last week, but I haven't been super consistent
Child fell off.
along the.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
Long story short.
Kyle, I have a question for you. Can you explain that weird ass card for the Ramos fight? That
the
117,
what?
111. What the hell was that judge
What?
smoking? How did
What
she
car?
see? Huh?
What was the car you talking about?
The Jesus Ramos fight where the judge scored 117, 111 for Lubin.
I mean, the fight was close, man.
But 117, 111 seems a little bit drastic, don't you? Don't
It
you
just
find that
depends
kind of
on
odd?
it. It depends on what you like. You know, it's really like
Mm,
if we're being honest, bro. Judging it's all opinion based. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's the coldest part about it.
I kind of, I'm, I know this is a fantasy. I wish there was a way you can train these judges to be non-biased. I thought judging the point of judging is to be non-biased and not have favorites. Like
I
that.
mean, but if you think about it though, that was a prime example of them not having favorites. Because remember, Jesus Ramos was the favorite in that fight.
But
That's who they wanted to win.
yeah, I understand what you're saying. But at the max, like the last card, I would have at the max had it maybe 115, 115, 115, 113, and stuff like that.
At worst, it was a draw. At worst, it was a draw.
Yeah, I
I
had
mean,
Ramos winning that fight. To be honest, he
and
won.
he
He
let
was
up off the
dominating.
gas late though.
Yeah, he won rounds 1 through 9. He let off the gas in rounds 10 through 12. That's when he let. And I think Kyle has said this before. Boxing, you're never supposed to coast. You're never supposed to coast and stuff like that.
So you
That's
gotta
like,
you gotta you gotta step on them.
yeah, but hey, and I have a question, Max. When was the last time you can? What was the last time you guys can remember? Did you hear the judge, Lubin's corner, cursing at him, saying, "Wake your ass up! You're down on the cards." When was the last time you can remember a corner taking away Floyd doing that to Tank? He wasn't part of the corner. I'm saying like the trainers actually saying that to their fighter and stuff like that.
Hell, shit, Derrick James just told Charlo's stupid ass that.
I remember Teddy Atlas used to slap motherfuckers. Manuel Stewart.
Oh yeah, didn't he slap?
Shit.
Go
Hey,
away, dog.
Sugar Ray Leonard, his trainer told him, "You blowing it, son."
Yeah, no, I thought did he slap? I can't. Did he slap Lennox Lewis a couple of times?
I don't know.
Did Emmanuel do that to Lennox, like slap him in the face or something like that?
I don't
I
know,
remember.
but
I
he
remember
might
he used to cuss us out.
Yeah, and I've said this multiple times on other panels, dude. The result is gonna be no different if the bigger Charlo fights Canelo, because I think that style, his style is a bad matchup in general for both Charlo brothers. The bigger Charlo is gonna give him a bigger fight because he's closer in weight, but let's be realistic. I think the style of the fight, the style that Canelo fights is a bad matchup for those two guys and stuff like that. And I'm still not understanding what is possessing fans of Terrence Crawford trying to convince him to come up and fight Canelo.
That's all he has left. I mean, if you think about Crawford's options, that's all he has left. The rematch with Earl is not. No one wants to see that shit. He beat his ass too easy. After Charlo's last performance, no one wants to see that shit. A Thurman fight ain't shit. Danny Garcia fight ain't shit. I mean, those have been boots. I mean, he don't win nothing from that. He's not getting no money from that shit. So really, all he has is a push for Canelo. I mean, really, there's no one else out there.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but I look at it from.
I would take. Listen, I want the winner of Tim Tszyu in
Mario Mendoza.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what does that do for Bud? Like Bud's been waiting his whole career.
He loses more money. He loses more.
Champion. And it gives him a chance to be undisputed one more time.
Nah. I just go straight for Canelo, undisputed, jump 3 weight classes. If he does it, he'll be the greatest. Well,
I think that's a mistake. I'm a big Bud fan, dude, and I feel that's a mistake in the long run for his career.
But he would never have to fight again. If he fights that and wins, he'll never have to fight again. I
understand that, but when you look at it, if he loses, like, I'm not saying he's gonna lose or anything. If he loses, I'm saying it's a mistake because that's what happened with Charlo. Him and Charlo rely on their athleticism in the ring to get around the ring, and adding all that weight is gonna be a huge mistake for Bud in the long run because a guy who relies on he's getting older and he's adding that weight. I understand if you say that with a younger fighter, let's say like a Tio or someone like that who's still young that can add that weight. But it's gonna be harder for Bud to lose that weight because isn't he older than Canelo or is he the same age?
Older.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's older than Canelo and he's adding all that weight. How hard is it for an older person to lose that weight? If he wants to go, let's say he loses the fight and he has to go back down. That's what screwed up. What's his face? Roy Jones going up and down in weight because he went up to heavyweight, then he went back down like 30 pounds back down to light heavyweight, and he wasn't the same. I don't want that. That's what I fear is going to happen to Charlo. To be honest, he's not going to be the same after this Canelo fight. To be honest, because of that weight jump that he had to do, Max and Kyle. Am I looking too much into it, or do you think I'm being logical the way I'm thinking?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it can go either way, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could look great for Bud if he beats Canelo, but I'm thinking realistically. Once he feels Canelo's punches, I don't think. Look what happened to Charlo. Did you
No,
see his face?
whoa. What we're not gonna do is disrespect Terrence Crawford.
I'm
You know
not
what I'm saying?
disrespecting Terrence Crawford. What I'm saying,
Nah. This is how Terrence Crawford is coming. You know what I'm saying? That's how Terrence Crawford is coming. That's not how Charlo came. That's not how Charlo came. And listen, say what you want about Earl Spence, Max. You had that picture all you want. When it came down to it, they had them goddamn shoes on, and they fought like they had black Air Force energy. These motherfuckers came to fight, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Bud fought like I mean Spence fought like he had black pro kids on.
Nah, nigga, nigga. He kept coming
Yeah,
forward. He
heart
never
though.
backed down. See, this is
Yeah,
what I'm
heart.
saying, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. You do this bullshit just to
Yeah,
piss me
heart.
off. No.
All he had
You
was
do
heart.
this.
That's all he showed was
Listen,
heart. He
listen,
showed no defense, no jab, no counter.
listen,
All he had was heart, no footwork.
listen. Let me tell you something. You know what Charlo? You know what kind of shoes Charlo had on?
Oh, yeah, bunny slippers. Oh, damn! I forgot all about them things.
he had those fake Tims on.
Yeah, the
That's what
Magnatis.
Charlo. Listen, that's what Charlo came to the ring with. Listen, we're not gonna give him knees. We're not gonna give him nose.
Ibuprofens, 23s.
We're giving him knees.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying, there's weight divisions for a reason. I as a Bud fan, I'm thinking it's a mistake because Bud relies so much on his athleticism throughout the fight, and I think adding all that weight, adding 30, 20 pounds, 21 pounds to 168 is going to be a mistake because he loses his athleticism. I understand it depends on how you add the weight, but
You breaking up.
sometimes.
Oh, you breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I understand it's how you add the weight, but in general, as you get older, it's hard to add that much weight when it comes to muscle. Look what happened. Look what happened to. I'm not comparing them, but look at what happened to Charlo. He looked fat coming into that fight. I fear that's what's going to happen with a guy like Bud, adding all that weight. As you get older, you're not adding muscle. You're adding more fat than muscle as you get older because you don't have as much testosterone as you did when you were like 20 in your 20s and teenage years and stuff like that. So I fear it's a mistake for Bud. I understand why fans want to do this, but I'm thinking logically as a fan of Bud, it's a mistake for him to do. Maybe go up and beat the hell out of Charlo again, and become undisputed at 154 and stuff like that.
No, that's what I want.
Yeah, I don't understand why fans want that fight against Canelo. It's a mistake, health wise for Bud. Like, Bud is way too small to be on. I understand he has a longer reach, but that has nothing to do. Like, and once he feels that Canelo's power, he's gonna have a come to Jesus moment like what happened with Charlo. Did you see Charlo's face? He's like, "Oh my God, I regret this decision coming up this high." Did you see Charlo's face, Max?
Listen,
Like,
we didn't care about Charlo, man. He didn't come to fight, bro.
no, but what I'm saying, I don't want that to happen to Bud. The realization that I can't take this power no matter how much weight I add and stuff like that.
Nah, he got too much heart for all that. Go ahead, Max.
Nah, I mean, I think Bus would be severe underdog, definitely the betting underdog. But I just feel like he has nothing left in his career. Like he has nothing because after being ducked for 5 fucking years, it killed off a lot of fights. Now, 5 years ago, him and Thurman, he could have done a Thurman fight, a Danny Garcia fight, a bigger Porter fight than what he did, and the Earl fight. He could have done all four of those fights within those last, since like 18. But it didn't happen. But now a Danny Garcia fight looks ridiculous. Keith Thurman fight looks ridiculous. Boots, there's not enough money. The winner of Zoo and Mendoza is not enough money.
How about the older Charlo, the bigger Charlo?
But then it's like if the bigger, why would you go there and not go Canelo then?
Because
I mean-
there's a smaller weight difference compared to. There's maybe a 10-pound weight difference compared to a 25-pound weight difference with Canelo.
Well, I mean, he's a big Charlo's fighting at 168 now too, isn't he? He moved up.
No, he
Or
didn't. He's still at 160. Yeah, no, I understand why you're saying Canelo is the
It's either
bigger money.
Canelo or Jake Paul. Those are the only big fights you can make to make a lot of money on. Everything else is going to be less money when he made for Earl.
I could say, how about him versus Tio? Tio moving up.
Tio too small. Tio get his ass fucking destroyed.
Man, that'd be a fish. Man, that'd be a fry.
That would be child abuse.
Or how about him versus Josh Taylor? Or after the Tio fight, that makes no sense.
That makes no sense. Yeah, that's the thing. After everyone's most recent performances, even the Charlo, that fight don't even make sense no more. The way he fought Canelo, it's like who the fuck would want to see that? If he would at least give up a valiant effort against Canelo, try this. I mean, he didn't even do as good as Kell Brook did against Triple G before that got ended. Like, so it's like at least if he would have gave his best shot, he could at least be like, all right, yeah, so I went up against someone bigger than me, but now I'll come back down, whoop your ass, and it would look like, hey, he might do that. Now no one believes that.
He just came to survive, bro.
He did. And that's what he would be doing against Paul too.
And to be honest, like I've said this too also, Canelo's too smart. He's not going to give Benavidez or Morrell a shot to dethrone him. Let's be he would retire way before he gives those two young kids a shot to dethrone him from. He'd rather retire as champion than give Benavidez or Morrell a shot to beat him and dethrone him at the. I'm not saying Canelo's scared, but he's a smart businessman. He's a smart businessman.
I mean, there's no reason he should be fighting either one of the Charlos, bro. Benavidez. Now, I understand Benavidez lost his fucking belt based on his own decisions, but he has done everything that was asked of him and more to get back in a position for a chance to win it back. And Canelo been avoiding him, and he's going to keep avoiding him. He will fight everyone other than Benavidez.
He would fight Boo Boo way before even if Boo Boo loses, he would fight Boo Boo way before.
He'll fight Jake Paul before he fights Benavidez.
And I'm saying, and I know this is gonna offend Boo Boo fans. I think that Benavidez dog walks freaking Boo Boo. Boo Boo doesn't have enough. I understand his awkwardness, but awkwardness doesn't mean shit when you don't have the power to affect a guy like Boo Boo. Doesn't consistently sit down on his shots to affect Benavidez walking forward. Let's be realistic.
I mean, I think he has more power than Caleb Plant.
No, they had those. You're giving way too much credit to Boo Boo. Boo Boo has the same amount of lack of power than Caleb Plant. He couldn't, when he was at middleweight, he couldn't knock out anybody.
He's what, 32-0 with 19 KOs?
Yeah.
His last 5 fights, he's had 3 decisions, 2 knockouts.
Yeah,
Wheeler and Quigley.
Yeah, most of them, besides those two knockouts, the majority of his last fights were decision, like unanimous or split decisions. They went all to decision. The guy doesn't have enough. Like, and Benavidez has this weird ass gas tank where he starts off slow, but as the fight goes on, Max, it gets better and better. Like that for me, that's not normal. Like having a gas tank that gets better and better instead of tiring out as the fight goes on. That's a freak thing to me, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, I think he just I think he likes to kind of get his range, test someone's test people's power, do stuff like that. Where it seems like he's not. He
And
starts
Boo
a little
Boo
slower.
and Boo
No,
Boo
I'm
has
talking
a
about Benavidez.
yeah, but yeah, yeah. Benavidez does that, test his range, but Boo Boo has a tendency to tire out and stuff like that too. So, and that's what happened to Caleb, and I fear that's what's going to happen to. Uh, like I know it's two different fighters, but they had the same issue with their gas tank. You can't tire out with a guy like Benavidez who seems to have an unlimited gas tank that doesn't tire out and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he might not tire out because he's not gonna be able to throw that many punches. He's gonna have the pop shot and just win rounds.
Yeah, I think Benavidez. If Benavidez doesn't knock him out, people are gonna say Benavidez is not as great as he is. But to me, Benavidez doesn't necessarily have to knock him out. He can TKO him, but he doesn't have to knock him out. Knock him out. To be honest, he could wear him down.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to. The only thing is, I think Benavidez' style is wide open for counters, and he doesn't really have a good defense.
That's what the one weakness I noticed with David too. Like, if you're, I feel he cares more about his like. It's either his trainers are not teaching him the right defense, or he is not listening to them during the fights to put his gloves up and protect his face and stuff like that. It's either David's not listening or the trainers are not teaching them defense. What is it? Or do you think it's a mixture of both, Max?
I don't think he's fought anyone that's made him have to have defense yet.
Do you think Boo Boo's gonna force him to do that or no?
Nah, because my thing, I think when it comes for Benavidez, I think it's a power thing. So even if you're faster than him, if you're not hurting him, I think he's just willing to eat those to get his shit off. So I think someone's gonna have to have some real power or catch him with something stiff to make him like, okay, wait a second, this dude might be able to at least knock me off my feet. It's just kind of stiff. So
Yeah, I think the only two guys that can do that are Morel and Canelo. But we know damn well Canelo is not going to do that, and uh, I don't think David Benavidez. People are saying Benavidez is ducking Morel and stuff like that, and I don't
I wouldn't
see
call
that.
it a duck. Morel ain't did shit.
Yeah, but people say the same thing about David, even though he won a title. They say look at his competition, who he won that title from, and stuff like that. So they're saying that their competition is about a wash and stuff like that. Until David, I think I think Boo Boo would be the best opponent that David's had in his whole
Yeah,
career.
and
To be
vice
honest,
versa, and vice versa.
yeah,
And
yeah.
this would be both of their best opponents so far of their career.
Who if Charlo had moved up, who would have won that fight? Him or
Boo boo.
Benavidez?
Benavidez would beat the shit out of Charlo.
Big Charlo?
Yeah, both. And
Why do you
Charlo.
say you think his style? You think David's style is like Canelo's, where it causes serious issues for
Yeah,
those two?
yeah.
Wow. I would say it was close. I wouldn't say beat the shit out of him, but I think it would be close.
I think it'd probably be even worse than the Canelo. Not worse than the Canelo fight, but similar to
close.
it, where they don't win a round.
Yeah, because there's too much. David's a cruiserweight fighting at freaking super middleweight. To be honest, that's how big the. Do you see that with David? Do you think he's that big, or do you think he's more of a light heavyweight fighting at?
One thing I think people forget about when they talk about size of fighters is they don't look at their legs. I don't think he doesn't have that big of legs. He's not that you don't have that thick of legs. So same thing like Fundora, you got pencil legs. There's
They're
people
very
that
skinny.
yeah. So
The same thing with the same thing with Virgil. When you look at Virgil, he doesn't really have thick legs, like thick
I mean
calves.
Benavidez came like 2 pounds underweight in the plant fight, so I think he has no problem. I think he's where he needs to be.
No, I'm talking about Virgil. Virgil has the same thing that you're talking about with a guy like Fundora and Benavidez, where they have skinny legs. They don't have big calves and thighs.
Yeah.
They're more bigger around the shoulders, like the upper body and stuff like that. I think that's how Canelo is too, right? Is Canelo like that, or
Now Canelo's kind of thick all the way around. That's why he's so much shorter, but he's so heavier.
We need some pauses in that, man.
huh?
We need some pauses in between those.
Oh,
What
why?
you mean? What?
You hear me?
What?
I said we needed some pauses in between that, man. You said he was thick all the way around.
I think he's trying to call you homo without calling you homo.
We need some pauses around here. But hey, Mex, we get ready to shut her down, man.
Shut it down. I say I get mine in the shower, bro. So
Yeah, man, we're gonna shut her down. I'll be live tomorrow, man. I'm gonna get more consistent, man.
yeah, this is
Next
a
month,
good quick hour for the homies.
yeah. Next month is going down in a major way, bro. I think I'm more excited for my daughter's costume than she is. You know,
Probably.
yeah, man. Listen, when she sees Alicia Baumgartner, she gets like hella happy. That's how it was when I used to see Roy Jones. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, Roy Jones is fighting, nigga. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing, what cartoon is on, what wrestling. You know what I mean? No matter what, I love wrestling back in that day. No matter NWO on or not, nigga, I'm watching Roy Jones. Me and Pops. Vegas, Vic, salute to you, my brother. But yeah, man, in the words of the great philosopher Lil E, man, I want y'all to breathe air, live life. You know, it's always a trim and prayers me. Thank y'all for breaking bread with me, man. With that, we out. Peace.